So we're good? Can we start class now?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody ready? Woo, okay. So I'm gonna get rid of the welcome to day one. And ignore the date that it says on it. I don't know why it does that. But so what I'm gonna do is we are going to start talking as if I'm gonna introduce things today that I think are very important to understand. So the first thing is I'm gonna try not to touch it because that is annoying. Okay, so the first thing I want to introduce you guys today to is let me see if I can put it down and write better.
Coordinate?
Yes. What did I write? Oh my God, this is annoying. You know what's happening? I think it's this button that's been clicked. What it does is if this button is clicked, you know what happens if I try to write a C and this button is clicked? It becomes an O. Yeah, it's autocorrect. And I try to not have this button clicked, but if that happens, let me know. That annoying button. Okay, so what is a coordinate system? A coordinate system is an imaginary set of grid lines that help us figure out where a particle is or where an event occurred. That's weird. Okay, imaginary grid line that tells the location of a particle or an event. Okay, so there are very important words that are being used here. One is a particle, and the other one is an event. What do we mean by a particle in classical mechanics or in physics? A particle okay, so I'm trying to draw. What does that look like? Yes. So to physicists, this is a particle. All sheep are spherical cows. So a car with a person drinking coffee to a physicist is a spherical cow. Everything is a spherical cow. Make sense? We don't care if you're drinking coffee and you spill coffee in the car. To us, you are a spherical cow. The whole car is a spherical cow. And that is what we mean by a particle. A lot of times those particles are going to be represented as ideal particles, which basically means there's nothing in them changing. Okay? And what is an event? An event, yeah, so somebody want to hazard a guess?
An event is a spherical cow.
Doing something.
Okay.
Yes. So an event is a spherical cow doing something. If something happened, that's called an event. So what could an event look like for physics?
Collision.
Collision, for example. Two spherical cows come and collide with each other. That's an event. Something fell off a table onto the floor. That's an event, right? Something else, somebody else come up with something else. Oh, yes, a cannon fired. Good.
An explosion.
An explosion. That's an event. Somehow a particle is involved with doing something. That's an event. Make sense? So an event is an important thing. And now let's write the proper definition of an event. What is an event? An event is an action that occurs at a particular point of space. At a particular time. So for an event to happen, you have to have an action, a spherical cow falling off the table, right? And it has to be in a particular time frame. So delta T's we're going to talk about them, and those are very important. Oh, my car doesn't have wheels. How is he going anywhere? Okay. Another very important concept is reference frames. I can't write. I'm going to try writing. I did it. I can write. So what are reference frames? Interestingly, a reference frame is your coordinate system, x, y, z, plus time. So three-dimensional space, your coordinate system, plus time make up a reference frame. When a rest frame does not move, it is called a, guess what? Resting frame. When the rest frame moves, guess what we call it? No, moving rest frame, moving reference frame. And when it is accelerating, guess what we call it?
Decelerating.
Accelerating reference frame. Yes, we are very sophisticated in how we've named things. So, for example, we live in Earth's rest frame. Does that make sense? To us, Earth is at rest. Is Earth actually at rest? No, Earth is moving, but to us, Earth is at rest. So we measure everything according to Earth's rest frame. Does that make sense? Even though we know Earth is accelerating, right? It's moving in a circle, changing directions. It is accelerating all the time, right? Okay, so Earth's rest frame is when the coordinates are coordinates of a particle. I want to be very specific when I define this. Coordinates of a particle. Anybody want to say what a particle could be? A spherical cow, right? Coordinates of a particle are constant with respect to time. And the best example for a rest frame is Earth's rest frame. Earth. So if you ever see Earth written somewhere, it's the Earth's rest frame, which doesn't necessarily mean that the Earth is resting. It's just that that is at rest with respect to us. Any other definition? Oh, yes. So I want to tell you about the different coordinate systems that we use in general. Anybody want to guess which one? So the first one that we always use is called, and those are good. Number 2. And anybody know how we call those?
X, Y, and R.
Nope.
Sorry, spherical.
Yep. And then number 3 is